The Tower of London, a big, strong castle that's seen kings rise and fall, witnessed the birth of a nation, and endured countless tales of triumph and tragedy. It has been a silent observer to the making of history, where some of the darkest chapters of England's past unfolded. These tall, cold stone walls and imposing towers have seen hundreds of years of stories, both joyous and sorrowful. But deep inside there's a hidden story, one that is rarely told. A story whispered on the wind, carried through the ages, a story of sadness, deceit, and restless spirits trapped in the place where they met their end. What secrets do the Tower of London's ancient walls hide? What untold stories linger in its shadowy corners? Come with us as we delve into this old castle and uncover the eerie tales that have haunted its hallways for centuries. William the Conqueror, the first Norman king of England, built the tower in 1078, establishing a symbol of his dominance. It stood as a testament to his power, a fortress to control a land that resisted his rule, a stronghold to maintain order in a country that didn't want him as king. Over the centuries, the tower evolved. It became a royal palace, a symbol of opulence and power, a place to safeguard treasures and even a menagerie of exotic animals. But it is most infamously known as a prison. Within these walls, those who defied the king lost their power, their freedom, and often their lives. Some of the tower's most notable prisoners were sent here to meet their grim fate. Anne Boleyn, one of King Henry VIII's ill-fated wives, was executed on Tower Green. She was accused of infidelity and treason, charges that led her to the executioner's block. The tower's stones bear silent witness to these tragic events and countless others. If you listen closely, you can almost hear the echoes of the past whispering through the air. There's a strange feeling inside the Tower of London. It's in the cold, damp air around the old stones, in the quiet voices of the tour guides, and in the shadows that move a little too much in the dim lights. People who visit have said they felt a cold touch, a sudden chill, or a scary feeling of dread. Some say they've heard footsteps behind them in the empty hallways, footsteps that disappear as fast as they come. These creepy feelings are often blamed on the tower's most famous residents, its ghosts. Anne Boleyn's ghost is probably the most famous and most often seen ghost in the tower. Her tragic story has captivated many, and her spirit seems to linger, unable to find peace. People say they see her walking around Tower Green, where she was executed, without her head, sometimes even carrying it. The sight is both eerie and sorrowful, a reminder of her unjust fate. Some say they've seen her on the anniversary of her death, her white dress stained red, her eyes filled with sadness. It's as if she relives her final moments every year. The two young princes are also said to haunt the tower. Their story is one of the most tragic in English history. Their ghosts, forever children, have been seen near the bloody tower where they were last seen alive. Their innocent faces are a haunting reminder of their untimely end. Lady Jane Grey's ghost, usually seen as a lonely figure dressed in black, is said to haunt the Queen's house, where she was kept prisoner. Her presence is a somber echo of her brief and tragic reign. People say you can hear her sad cries echoing through the halls, reminding everyone of her terrible fate. The sound is chilling, a ghostly lament that pierces the silence. And then there are the ghostly guards, their armor clanking as they walk around, their faces hidden. They seem to be on an eternal watch, guarding the tower even in death. They make you think about the tower's violent past. Each ghostly figure tells a story, a piece of history that refuses to be forgotten. Many ghost hunters have come to the tower, hoping to find proof of ghosts. Using special equipment, they've recorded strange things like sudden drops in temperature, mysterious voices, and shadowy figures that disappear quickly. Some people think these are just tricks of the light or people imagining things, but others think they prove the tower is haunted. So many years of people being imprisoned, tortured, and killed have left a dark feeling in the tower. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, it's easy to imagine things in a place so full of history and sadness like the Tower of London. The Tower of London's ghost stories are a famous part of British legend, whispered through generations. They're told in quiet voices, in bars and around campfires, shared among friends and strangers alike. These stories remind us of the past, a way to think about the people who were here before us and to ponder what happens after we die. They connect us to history in a deeply personal way. Today, the Tower of London is a very popular place for tourists from all over the world. People come to see its amazing buildings, learn about its rich and often dark history, and maybe, just maybe, catch a glimpse of a ghostly figure. Whether you believe in ghosts or not, the Tower of London is a mysterious and spooky place, forever haunted by its past, and its stories will continue to captivate us. Hey everyone! If you liked this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Do you think the Tower of London is really haunted? Tell us what you think in the comments below. When it gets late and the tower's old stones get cold, you can almost feel history all around you. It's like the past is whispering in the hallways, as if the walls remember everyone who's been there. In the quiet, shadows move and make weird shapes that can trick your eyes. It's in these quiet times that the tower shows its real self. It's not just an old building, but almost like a living thing connected to the people who lived and died there. Maybe you hear a sad sound, like a prisoner crying, or the quiet swish of a queen's dress. The Tower of London shows us how strong people can be, even when they're gone, and it reminds us of all the mysteries we don't understand. Thanks for coming with us on this trip through the spooky Tower of London. See you next time. Stay curious and keep looking for the unknown.